What's up guys, welcome back to Skinny Pedal Motorsports, welcome back to the channel. If you enjoyed that last video, you heard me talk about getting a Ford 9. Well, after that video was done, I actually put in an order on a Ford 9 and we're gonna go pick it up and then we're gonna put it in the car. Hopefully it won't be too hard to put in the car. So yeah, we're gonna get on the road and head to the Fastenal and pick up my rear end. Well, we're pulling into the Fastenal right here. We're gonna go walk in and do some paperwork and pick up my rear end. There it is. So we're gonna again walk in here and pick up some paperwork. And hopefully pick up my rear end. Well, we paid for it. He's gonna load us up right quick. Oh, I'm on the curb, but yeah, we're gonna get it loaded up. Oh, we got it. We'll catch y'all back at the house. Alright, so we're back at the house. We're going to get this thing unboxed in the back of the truck, make sure everything's in there. And then we'll probably take it inside and start working on the car. Alright, well, we got it unboxed. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. That's a Curry Performance Ford 9 with a 350 gear and a Detroit True Track. Disc brakes. Got all the good stuff. Also got shocks, stickers, upper and lower control arms. I got a whole setup for the rear end of my car, so we should be able to improve that 1/8 mile and 1/4 mile time with this setup. So we're gonna get inside and start getting it put in the car. As you can obviously tell, I got a haircut in the middle of this video. I went on vacation, got a little tan, a couple other things. But we're back in the garage and we're actually gonna get started on putting this rear end in. There's the car. We got it jacked up. We're gonna get on there and start pulling the rear end out. Well, it's out. I had to cut the emergency brake cables, but it's out. Yeah, we're gonna get this drug out of the way and then we'll start putting that bad boy in there. So before we start putting that in the car, I gotta clean up under there because I've made a freaking mess. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up under the car and then we'll start getting that thing in there. Alright, so we got under the car clean. I'm gonna jerry rig a way to get the rear end under there because I'm really kind of working by myself. I don't have any help right now. So it's rear end's kind of heavy and you can see how I got it, the old one out. So basically what I'm gonna do is put that on that and then just kind of roll it under the car and that should work. Then we can start bolting stuff up and you know, just get everything in line. I like to never got my brake line off. That smashed the snot out of my finger doing that. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing in there. It works. Sometimes you gotta get a little ghetto. I had to stack up some wood over there so I could get the rear end level to get this other arm on. But my wood worked and yeah, so we got it up in there. I got to tighten down a couple of the bolts, you know, just snug them up, and then we're going to drop it down, put it on the way to the car, or put the suspension on the, you know, on the ground, get the weight of the car on it, and tighten everything up, and should be good to go. We got to plug up a couple brake lines, little small stuff, but we should be good to go after that. So the guy I bought this rear end from actually had some other parts I didn't buy from him that go from the control arms up to the other control arms, just like a little U-bracket, I don't know. But the bolts that he sent me are way too long, so I got to go to the store and get some same bolt size as this, so we'll have to catch y'all tomorrow. Well, it's the next day, guys. I got the bolts. I had to go to 2 Advance Autos to get the bolt. I needed 4. Each Advance only had 2, so I had to drive all over God's green country to get 4 bolts. But we got the bolts, we're gonna get them put in. So before we put the bolts in, actually there's one thing I gotta do. The control arms, they're adjustable. So what I wanna do is actually take these and mock them up to the factory bolt holes, as you can see, and then just line these bolt holes up right there and on the back over there, just to make sure that they're the same length as the factory. And if I gotta adjust it side to side and get the rear end centered in the car, I'll do that once it's in the car. So all the control arms are in. Now we got to get on to putting the shocks. I got some QA1 coilovers, so we're gonna get those attached. I also have a shock tower brace there, so we'll get that put in too. Drill out some holes. The coilover shock bolts, the coilover mount bolts the holes weren't big enough, so yeah, I had to drill those out. Alright, so that's the coilover bracket. I tried to install the coilover with it actually on, and yeah, that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna install this coilover bracket first. Got it. We got it installed. So we'll get to the other side and get it on, and then we'll get the coilovers on as well. Alright, so you saw me get the coilover mounts put in there. I tried attaching the coilovers, and on the driver's side, it hits the brake caliper, so I got to swap the brake backing plates around from driver's side to passenger side. So I got to pull the axles and do a little bit of different stuff so they won't hit. So I'm going to get to working on that, and we'll catch up when we're done. So you can see right there, that is going to hit the brake when I put the coilover in. So what I'm going to do is take and clock this brake around to the front, and I'll actually do that on the other side as well. Alright, so I got the brakes adjusted where they needed to go. I've got one coilover in on one side. I measured it to kind of match it up to the other side, hoping maybe that'll put me in the ballpark. I know that I'm going to have to definitely adjust the controlling arms, I think a little bit, because one side seems to be a little bit closer, but I really won't know until I get it set on the ground, check some things, check the pinion angle and whatnot. So that'll be the next step after getting this coilover put on. Alright, so I got everything bolted up in there, coilovers, lower control arms, upper control arms. The sway bar's the only thing I don't have bolted in, but I'm going to wait until I get it in position to where I want it to sit car-wise or tire height-wise, whatever. But for right now, I'm going to throw the wheels on it. I'm going to lower it down and check and see if anything's scrubbing, see if I got to adjust the control arms, upper and lowers, and then we'll go from there. We got the wheels on. About to roll the jack under it and let it down and see where it sits. So. As y'all can see, that side's about a good 2 or 3 inches lower than this side. And that side's also lower than the front, so I know I'm gonna have to bring that side up, but I also gotta adjust the arm brackets, or the control arm brackets. I can fit about 4 fingers on that side and only about 3 on this side in front of the tire. So I know I gotta do some adjustment, and then I'm gonna have to set the pinion angle as well. But that's all that's really left besides putting in a drive shaft. But y'all have to stay tuned for the next episode of Skinny Pedal Motorsports to catch me driving this thing. And with that, you know the message. If you ain't on a brake, you better be on a skinny pedal, son. We out of here.